Hello everybody, and welcome to today's video. I will be talking about how I moved 1,000 miles. And I know that doesn't seem like a lot to maybe some of you who moved countries, tons of places, but for me, this was a big move, and so I'm going to tell the story of this move today. At first, it started off being just a little joke how we're going to move to Arizona. We were living in Washington State. But then all of a sudden, we were actually talking about moving to, well, Arizona. So we actually looked into houses, jobs, and we found a pretty good house and a pretty good deal. And we're like, okay, well maybe we actually will move to Arizona. So we contacted the guy in the house, blah blah, fun, boring stuff, houses, yeah. And so we contact the guy and he's like, okay, yeah, this house, you guys can rent it, blah, blah. And then he says, send me a picture of your guys' family. So we have a big dog, which is half husky and half white German shepherd. We didn't know that at the time he didn't allow dogs living in the house because it didn't say anything. We found an ad on Craigslist for the house we're living in now. So we sent him a picture, and our dog was, of course, in the picture, because, well, he's part of our family. And the guy said, well, I said no dogs in the ad, and we looked back, and it didn't ever say no dogs, and we're like, no, you didn't. And he's like, fine, I forgot to add it, you have to put a pet deposit down. So we put a pet deposit down, blah, blah. We got all that. Then we started getting rid of a bunch of stuff. Almost everything. We had to get rid of big furniture, all of it. We cleaned out a whole room, just got rid of everything in that room. TVs, furniture, get rid of a bunch of it. We're only going to get one moving truck. Might as well make a count, get rid of the stuff that we really just don't need anymore. So, we got rid of a lot of stuff. Our house was pretty empty, and I'm still sitting at the house because, well, what else am I going to do? We didn't fully buy this house yet, or, well, rent it, we're not buying. And we didn't move here yet, and I wanted to say goodbye to friends, and the school year wasn't over yet since I'm still in school. And so, I just went to school for the rest of the school year. I only told a few people I was going to move, and then it came to the end of the school year, because I'm the smart kid that I am. I was a great head in math. So I was told that I would have to go get something from my teacher, saying that that I've already taken this math class, and I can continue a grade ahead, which didn't work still. I'm taking algebra a second time, even though I passed it the first time. Arizona's weird. Anyway, so we got all rid of a bunch of stuff. My dad flew down here, started his job a month before. It was summer. I thought it was warm in Washington. God, I was wrong. It was actually really cold compared to Arizona, being 117 on the first day of school. So, I'm sitting around, hanging out with my cousin. We're playing Xbox like every day. Why not? Who doesn't like Xbox? Like, oh, come on, Xbox is better than PlayStation. And if you don't agree with me, sorry, but your opinion is your opinion, but your opinion is also wrong. And so, we're just going, just playing Xbox. That's pretty much what I did. Then it got to time where we actually were putting stuff on a truck, packing, and so we got the truck. I was at my cousin's house. Apparently the movers we had hired decided they were going to bail on us, never showed up. We paid some people, I'm pretty sure around $500 extra for them to come last minute. So they came, we got the truck all packed, and it's just like, okay, whew, we almost didn't get the truck packed. We already sold the house we were in. It would have been a disaster. So we got everything packed. My grandparents, they came because they're truck drivers, and they were like, well, we'll drive the truck for you guys, and then we'll fly back. So they started driving the truck, and I took a plane with my father and my brother, because my father had flown down to take me and my brother. So we're in the plane, obviously, like, it's just a plane, just flying. About 3 hours later, we make it. I'm wearing a big winter jacket because, well, summer in Washington. It was warm, but it wasn't too hot, so I could still wear my really big winter jacket, right? And it just was so comfortable. So I get to Arizona, it's like 1:12 outside. I took one step out of the airport, and I'm like, oh my god, it is so hot outside. So I was like, great. I instantly took off my jacket, and I was sweating, just standing there. It was just so hot outside. I was like, well, this is absolutely crazy. Okay, so we got to Arizona. This is my first time ever being anywhere besides Washington and Oregon. So then we get an Uber. We get into Uber, and it's a nice guy, just talking to us, telling us a little bit, like just driving us to our house. Because we flew into the Phoenix airport, and we lived about 40 minutes away from there. So as we're driving down, I see my first big cactus. And so most people be like, oh, it's just a cactus. Me, I see the cactus, I'm like, whoa, that thing is so cool. And the guy kind of looks at me like I'm crazy, because it's just normal for you guys, people in Arizona, to see a giant cactus. And I see this giant cactus, I'm like, whoa, that thing is so cool. The guy is looking at me funny. I'm just like, what? I've never seen a cactus before. And he's like, oh yeah, I forgot where you guys came from. And so I see the cactus, and then I get to my house, and I don't know. There's nothing here. The moving truck hasn't gotten here. It's around like a 25-hour drive. So I get here, and I look in my backyard, and oh my gosh, did it look like paradise. It took me 3 months to think that this place was more of a home than a paradise. I looked at my backyard, it was sunset, I had the pool, the waterfall was on, I had a palm tree. I've never seen a palm tree really before, so that was already like, whoa, palm trees, so close. Like, I've pretty much never seen one of these except for going to Mexico once. So I see the palm tree, and I'm like, whoa, it's huge, it's cool, it's in my backyard. Then I turned to my father, I'm like, we're getting in the pool tonight, right? And he's like, yeah, we'll get in the pool when it's dark so I can turn on the pool light. I'm like, pool light? So we get the pool light, stuff like that. You know, we swim for a while. Then my dad's like, come on, now we got a scorpion hunt. So he gets out his black light, because if you didn't know, the Arizona bark scorpions glow due to, I don't know what, I'm not a scientist. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said this. And so they glow when you shine them, a kind of like yellowish color. And so we found one first night I was there. Since I've never seen a scorpion before, this terrified me. Obviously, we killed it. And later, my mom wasn't supposed to make it here till maybe 6 in the morning the next day. So I wasn't expecting any furniture. I just took a blanket, slept on the floor. The carpet's really like high, fluffy, so it was still somewhat comfortable. But since I've never been in a state like, well, Arizona, scorpions, so many spiders, there's rattlesnakes and stuff. There's just so much stuff that could kill you here. I've never been in a place with that much stuff. I lived in Washington. All I had was garden snakes. Like, what else is there really? Maybe there's some brown recluses. Other than that, there's nothing. There's no scorpions, none of that. And so I'm laying in bed. It took me about 3 hours to fall asleep. I didn't fall asleep till 2300 or 11 o'clock p.m. your normal people time. Yes, I go up to 24-hour clock and our military time. Do not make fun of me for that. So I'm just laying there trying to fall asleep. We already had Wi-Fi because we had the people come out, give us the boxes and the Wi-Fi, so when the TV got here, we could just plug it in and we'd have cable. Because, you know, why not, right? And so I'm laying there, I'm just like, okay, I can fall asleep. I rolled over, I just went on my phone for a while. Then my phone was about to die, and I was like, well, my charger doesn't charge fast enough for me to go on my phone while using it. Well, like charging it. God, I'm messing up so much. Sorry guys, I'm getting sick right now. You probably wouldn't tell because none of you have ever heard me talk in a video before, but right now I have a really sore throat. Excuse me for that. And so I'm trying to sleep here, and I finally fell asleep. My mother showed up 2 hours earlier and thought she would have made it. She got here at 4 in the morning, and because, well, I was already barely able to fall asleep, I woke up when she got here. And I was like, oh, hey, Mom, my dog's running around. Because my dog had to go in the car. That's the only reason why they drove, is because my dog couldn't go in a plane. He's not kennel trained. He bites his way and bends bars in the kennel to get out of the kennels. He's a big, just snow dog. I mean, he's really not meant for kennels. And so he gets here. He's running around the house. He doesn't know it's home yet. My mom drove with her friend. It was great. They got here, and I'm just up, and I'm like, well, I'm not going back to bed. My mother went to bed. My father went back to bed. My mother's friend, she went to bed. They all went to bed. I was awake, just sitting on my phone again. Because, well, what else do you really want me to do? Like I said, there's nothing else here. And then about maybe 6 hours later, no, not 6 hours. Actually, more like 12 hours later, about 4 p.m. or 1600 o'clock, the moving truck finally gets here along with my grandparents, And so they get here, and we told the movers that are going to move the stuff into our house. They also said they'll put together beds. Hey, come on over. We got our stuff. So they come over. They did not know what they were doing. Take some advice. Don't ever hire movers off of Craigslist. These guys came. They didn't know what they were going to do. They didn't know what they were doing. They broke stuff. We asked them multiple times bringing stuff through the back door instead of the garage because it was a bigger door, and they kept bringing in stuff through the garage, scratching up the walls. We had to repaint some of the walls because of them. They were not good at all. And we yelled at them multiple times. And the guy's like, well, pay us and then we'll start getting to work. So obviously they were just trying to scam us. We're like, no, you're going to move our stuff into the house and then we will pay you. So finally they're like, fine. And then they keep scratching up the walls and we keep yelling at them, blah, blah. It's just an never-ending cycle. But we got everything in. We got everything unpacked, all of it. We got everything unpacked in that one day. We are really quick when it comes to that stuff. We do not like just boxes and stuff. So we unpacked everything that night. There wasn't maybe but a few boxes left. And those few boxes probably weren't even going to be unpacked. And so the guys are like, okay, where's our pay? And then they're trying to charge us more than they were trying to charge us in the first place. And we're like, no. You asked for this much, we'll give you this much. So we gave them what we told them, and they were all pissed. But they left. So we got our stuff. We got everything unpacked. We moved in. 1,000 miles. What do you do? Another state. Never been here before. Everything's new. I don't know anything. This place is crazy. I have a pool in my backyard. That's not something you'd get in Washington. It's never warm enough for that stuff. So next day comes along. We're all exhausted. But me, my grandma, and my grandpa, my parents, we all go in the pool. Oh yeah, and my little brother. Can't forget about him, right? We all go in the pool, swim a while, have some fun. Ugh, sorry, guys. Ugh. And so we swim in the pool. And my grandparents are like, so what if we just bought a car? Because my dad, works for a car dealership. And we're like, no, we'll just buy you a plane ticket. And they're like, no, I think we're going to buy a car. And so they drove my mother's car over to the dealership. They bought a Buick, new 2016, I'm pretty sure it was, or 2015. New car. Really nice car. Of course, the first thing my grandpa does is abuse the power. But, yeah. So that's the story of how I moved 1,000 miles from Washington State to Arizona State. I don't really have to stay for Arizona, do I? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Peace.